I'm George Andrews, a senior at Shine High School, so is he. And I will be playing Ghost Garden by Adam Hopper.
routines that I'm used to people doing in this piece, which is good. You fall into some of the pitfalls, is what I'm trying to say, which is excellent. Okay, one just logistical thing. Do you have it memorized, the whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so I would just like get rid of the music stand. Because
not the whole thing, just not that last part. Like those three measures, I just can't remember the order.
You need the music for that. Okay, so that's fine. I always tell people like I have a hard time memorizing. I almost always play solo music with sheet music on the stand. But do this. This looks like so much. It's way better for the audience to see you, right? And you can still see it fine. What grip are you playing? You playing Burton?
The cross one.
Okay. Where did you learn it?
The guy from the accordion.
Okay. Robert? Yeah. Can I see? Can you show me what you're doing actually? Yeah. Okay. So you are playing Burton, which is great. I think at times it looked like there was a little bit of like a mobility issue. It didn't really affect the actual playing, which is great, but I could see how like when you learn kind of a harder piece next, it might start to be.
Yeah, even like the part here where it's like that.
Yeah. So I would say a couple things. One is that sorry, as I throw mallets at you. No, I wouldn't say change your grip. I mean, I'm pretty like a big believer in whatever grip you use is great. I play a different cross grip, which is like traditional cross grip. I don't play Stevens. I think they're all great. They all work fine. They all just require a lot of work to like get more flexibility. So one thing I would say is, what are you doing with like exercises? Are you doing any technical exercises, or are you just kind of playing the rep?
Well, I kind of just like 2 years ago when Concordia did that one all percussion thing that like, you know, when the former Rimbo guys.
Sure.
They were saying like a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Cool. Yeah, I think that's great. I think I always built like a warm-up routine that had a bunch of different types of technical exercises to work on, because you're trying to sort of increase the flexibility of what you can do, right? So
things that changed to these mounts like maybe a week, 2 weeks ago, something like that, and the other ones were longer. Like
yeah, I was gonna say that they sound really good for a lot of it.
Yeah.
But they're a little short.
Yeah, the other ones were too hard though.
Okay. Yeah, it's the mallet thing is tough, because I was like, oh, they actually sound pretty good for a lot of it, but then the stuff in the high range, they don't really speak, but that's just kind of how the solo is written. So you have to, at some point you have to make compromises with mallets, right? I like these Van Cise ones that are like two-tone, because they sound like pretty nice with this stuff, but if you start to play harder, you cut through to a harder core, and so you get some more articulation, which is nice. These are the Robert Van Cise. They're Vic Firth. The line is like in the 120s, yeah. And I'm not endorsed by them, so I'm not getting kickbacks. Anybody, don't worry. Yeah, so I would say like a couple categories of things I would do for warm-ups for you is like working on moving your intervals, right? And that's kind of what you're talking about already, but one thing that I really like to do is just like scales where one of them is staying the same, right? The inner mallet moves, the outer mallet stays the same. And if it's too awkward to do like a whole octave for now, you can just do the first 5 notes. And then work on different size of leaps, so like 3rd to 5th, right?
There's a few third leads in there, especially that first part.
Yeah. And then I think making sure you're as really relaxed is helpful, right? We want to like grip tighter to do better, right? In general, that's a thing that happens with people's technique is try to grip tighter, but stay as relaxed as possible. Even if it feels a little sloppy at first, in the long run, being relaxed is going to help you have more control.
That was my problem when I was just trying to like Stevenson's grip for a while. It's like the thing only balances on you, and just
yeah, it takes a lot they all take some kind of finger strength or hand strength to get used to. Like my grip is a little bit different from yours, but it requires a ton of work from the pinky, right? And so people were really uncomfortable with that for a while. But after doing it for a long time, I'm just used to it, right? Burton, the grip you're playing actually, I love. I didn't play it when I grew up, when I learned to play four mallets, and I never switched to it. It kind of has a reputation as being like a jazz vibraphone grip, because Gary Burton is a jazz vibraphonist, but it's a really great grip for everything, and if I went back and started again, I might.
Jazz vibe is so good. Because that's good, because that's what
Oh, nice. Yeah. So anyway, I know that's not a ton about the actual piece. You know, I think I have very few comments for the actual piece other than like, you know, some stuff on this page actually, like make sure these bass notes feel nice and bassy and you're sort of like giving them weight but they're still legato. I think with the rolls you can, your rolls sound really good actually and your time was good. Don't be afraid to change the roll speed a little bit based on the tension of the chords, right? Right, it's okay to actually change the speed of the roll. Right, so as you sort of have more tension, it's okay to roll faster, and then as it relaxes, it's okay to slow down. But that's a few thoughts, but thanks for playing, George. Sounds really good.